Well, we were talking about Dorian Finney-Smith in the Nick Richards video, and that's because Dorian Finney-Smith is not expected to return. Yes, it is being reported that the Rockets are interested in Dorian Finney-Smith, and right now it seems like they're the front runners. I mean, there could be other teams, but it seems like they're the team that has the money and the ability to do so, and I'm not surprised by this by any point. They've wanted more wing defense. They just traded away Dylan Brooks, and Dorian Finney-Smith is like equal, if not maybe a little bit of an upgrade on Dylan Brooks. Now, Houston still has the full non-taxpayer mid-level exception, and a lot of people thought they'd go after a Nickeil Alexander-Walker, but that would probably put them over the luxury tax, and it seems that Dorian Finney-Smith could be cheaper, and I wouldn't mind having a Dorian Finney-Smith. Dorian Finney-Smith averaged just under 9 points, 4 rebounds, and 1.5 assists in 63 games this season on 44% from the field and 41% from three. Pretty solid numbers from a guy who can play small forward and power forward, even small ball center. He can guard 1 through 5. He is one of the better 3-and-D wing forwards in the league, and he's someone who's was a coveted player for the Lakers that I still think there's a dark horse chance, a snowball's chance in hell that he does return to Los Angeles. He doesn't return to Los Angeles if they're really just going to give him the full mid-level exception or part of it. I think it's going to be a 3-year, $30 million deal with $10 million average annual valuation. Now, Fred VanVleet, Amen Thompson, Kevin Durant, Jabari Smith, Alperen Şengün, Aaron Holiday, and Reed Shepherd, and Cam Whitmore, Tari Eason, Steven Adams, Genius Williams, and Jock Landale are all guys that we know are on this roster currently. But Landale's expected to be waived. He's got a non-guaranteed contract. Probably same thing with Nate Williams. So if you can bring in yourself Dorian Finney-Smith, who would then come off the bench, probably as your sixth guy in this rotation currently, with Dorian Finney-Smith, then it'd probably be, we know that Cam Whitmore's being discussed in trade, so he could stay or not, but it'd probably be Dorian Finney-Smith, Tari Eason, and Aaron Holiday. Probably Tari Eason, Dorian Finney-Smith, and Steven Adams, then Aaron Holiday is your 9-man rotation. That's behind the current guys if you don't bring back any of your free agents, which, they're expected to bring back a lot of their free agents. So to me, this is the biggest thing where, this is a deep team where you got a two-way guy who fits Ime Udoka's coaching style, and as well as a Rockets team that, if I remember correctly, I'm going to pull up their stats right here just so I don't get misquoted or I misquote them, but they're a team that, yes, they could score, but they weren't like an elite three-point shooting team, especially for what would be held to Ime Udoka's standards. They were the 10th worst three-point attempt team. They were 8th in three-point makes and 9th in three-point percentage. And even on the year, they were the 6th worst in true shooting. So this is a team that, for being number one in offensive rebounds, they were not giving themselves enough opportunities to get back up there and create. And that's a big problem, especially if you're trying to win basketball games. So bringing in Dorian Finney-Smith is going to give you a bona fide three-point shooter who can consistently be a 40% guy who can start or come off the bench, which if he starts, you probably push Amen Thompson or Jabari Smith to the bench. But, he's going to be a guy who opens up the floor for Kevin Durant, Jabari Smith, Şengün, Amen Thompson, Fred VanVleet, whoever you name it, is going to benefit from a guy like Dorian Finney-Smith, who is a great point of attack defender. As we mentioned, can guard multiple positions, still a solid three-point shooter, going to give you double-digit scoring in almost every game, can even be a small ball 5 that'll help you in transition. But for a team that is as bad as a three-point shooting team as this one is, they're going to benefit tremendously from bringing in a guy like a Dorian Finney-Smith, in my opinion. So that's where I'd like to hear your guys' opinions in the comments section. What do you guys expect and why for this? And do you guys think a team like the Houston Rockets should be interested in Dorian Finney-Smith? As I do think they quite possibly could be one of the best fits for a guy like Dorian Finney-Smith. But that's basically it. And again, I think it'd be like a 3-year, $30 million deal, $10 million annual average.